Good morning, sexy souls. How are you all doing? Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. It has been a hot minute. That's because I've been sick and I have been on medication. It has been so much fun. Yay. I am not hacking nearly as much as I was. I will still hack though, just so that you're aware. I did get a pneumonia. Lovely. Let me just tell you, just lovely. But spring is upon us. We are actually getting nice weather. We are going to have a few weeks of severe weather showing up. It's not fun. Anyways, but we got at least another week before all that happens because, you know, around here we love, like this area just be attracting the tornadoes. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. As a friendly reminder, you are a sovereign being over your life, and you get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. Now, whatever you do, don't Cinderella shit to make it fit. This is a weekend ahead tarot reading, meaning either an event will happen this weekend, something will kick off this weekend that might span more time than just the weekend, but there's something about this weekend that's pertinent, or there's a message that Spirit needs to get to you this weekend before any future event that is about to occur. So there's something about this weekend specific that needs this message to come through, okay? Alrighty, so talk to me about this weekend, Spirit. What message do you want to bring forward for the individuals? We're going to start with Secret Tarot. I just saw the Ace of Pentacles, so I just flipped it so you all could see it too. Saw the Nine of Cups. What do you have for us this weekend, Spirit? Page of Swords. Wow. Chariot. I'm going to keep going until I hear something. So I think this one went into, okay, High Priestess. A lot happening at once. So there is a revelation that's happening. Something being revealed, something coming to an awareness. I think that's what the High Priestess is, talking about a plan showing itself. Okay, thank you. A plan showing itself this weekend. The book is going to be open. You're going to be able to see how things are meant to unfold, what the plan actually is. It's no longer going to be hidden from you. So it's what is hidden or secret now being revealed. The Five of Wands is giving me the energy of a lot that will be happening at once. The Five of Wands is like the training card. You know, it's a lot of like, you know, struggle and a bit of like, you know, it's usually people like smacking around with wands, like these big long sticks. And it's like, you might get bumped and bruised. It's just, how do I put this? It's just like a bunch of things pulling on your energy at once. Let's put it that way, because the wands represent your desires or projects or goals. And so there's just a lot pulling or happening at once. And that creates a bit of the struggle, a bit of the chaotic energy that can happen with it. But it's not necessarily anything overall negative. It's just the energy at play for something, okay? A lot of things pulling on your attention. A lot of things happening at once. Okay, so the Eight of Cups really talks about leaving, moving, leaving one thing to move towards something else. This could be related to the, I have a series called 2025 Location Change. Whatever is revealed, there may be some information that comes through. Chariot is also associated with movement, with not just forward movement, but actual travel, actual moving. It also talks about things falling in alignment for that. So there may be some travel or a move that presents itself, but it's almost like the plan reveals itself. Okay. Okay, we're going to pull from a different deck. They want a different deck. We're going to use New Era Elements. Let's go ahead and start with the Page of Swords. Would you like to clarify that for us? Eight of Swords, interference. Eight of Swords. You know, Eight of Swords usually talks about self-sabotage or self-imposed limitations. I'm not getting that. Interference really feels like something interfering. Something interfering, like something has really kept you unsettled mentally, is what I want to say. Really trying to debate things, trying to figure something out. Feeling like, I think the Eight of Swords is that missing information. It is kind of like, the Eight of Swords is, I am holding back a bit because I don't have all the information. I don't have, like, I don't really know, you know, and it's been a lot trying to figure it out. You may have spent a lot of time in your mind trying to figure something out. And so that's what the Page of Swords is related to, is the missing piece of information, obviously. But it's really kept you trapped in your mind, is what I want to say. Yeah. And the information that comes through is going to change all of that. It's going to cut away that and bring a lot of clarity. Tell me, okay. I feel like it wanted to show stuff, but I don't feel like it was supposed to come out, honestly. Tell me about the Chariot. And I feel like you've been wanting this piece of information. Like you've been looking for, what is the plan? You want things to come through much more clearly. Ace of Swords. King of Swords. Yeah. Ace of Swords is the clarity. It is the path being cleared for you. King of Swords is... Sorry, guys, let me just... Pediatrician calling. Sorry. Ace of Swords, King of Swords. Let me get back to this. Sorry, that distracted me. King of Swords is like, he acts on the clarity. He acts on the knowing. He has the level of discernment. He doesn't just think about it. He does. I really, like in the last 6 months, it has been his main focus in any of my readings is the idea that with choice or with discernment or with deciding something comes action. Otherwise, it's just a thought. And so he has focus, clarity, follow through. He just represents the mental clarity that you didn't have before. Just gonna be honest with you. The kind of mental clarity that you can take action on. That is full transparency is what they're saying. Full transparency. Not like, oh, I get why this, or oh, I get like this, but it still doesn't really add up to but what's the greater thing? Like he understands the greater picture now. He knows exactly what to do. He knows the next steps and he's able to follow through. The path is cleared for him. And then the King of Wands is the drive, follow through, motivation, the unwaveringness to execute something. He executes precisely. He doesn't get distracted by all these other little things, which obviously there's going to be a lot pulling on you. There is unwearing follow through is the way that I want to word it. So talk to me about the Five of Wands. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility here. And they're giving me that with great responsibility comes great, or with great power comes great responsibility. And the idea of the Emperor being the one that has the ability to do this, or has, like, the ball is in their court, it puts a lot of the responsibility now to execute things precisely and to follow through. And whatever kind of maneuvering of a plan this is, there's always the potentiality of things going wrong, concerns that will plague your mind while you're trying to, you know what I mean? A lot of things that will be pulling on your energy at once. And so it's just giving the energy of there'll be a lot of things that you're going to be responsible for. And naturally, when you take on responsibility, I even feel like saying sometimes for other people, we almost put a heavier weight on ourselves of expectation. Like, this needs to go off without a hitch. And so there's a lot of things to consider in this. And maybe for some of you, a lot of people, several people to consider. Tell me more about the Five of Wands. Yeah. These are, mother energies. Mother of Swords. Somebody has children. Somebody has children. So when they're talking about, there's a lot of things to consider in this situation, I definitely believe family, children are a huge factor in this. But I think that Spirit is trying to reassure you, you see everything correctly. The idea of the Queen of Swords is that she has that eagle-eye view. She understands the greater picture. And it gives her the ability to maneuver and plan out the steps accordingly, right? She's a very protective energy. And I think Spirit is saying, you're going to make all the right decisions. You're going to make all the right moves for all of those involved. It's not within your nature to not put them first. It's not within your nature to not make decisions that are appropriate for all involved. And this is not the kind of situation where you hand over your power and make decisions at the sake of yourself for others. I feel like saying, in doing whatever is right for you, you're doing what's right for all. And that when the time comes to move forward, it's just a matter of love and sense of responsibility that has you feeling like this is, like there's a lot at stake or at risk, or it may feel a bit chaotic and you're like wondering if you're going to make the right decisions and is each of the steps going to happen just the way that you're planning it. But again, you are seeing things very clearly. And I want to say you're going to see things 100 steps ahead. It doesn't mean you can take all 100 steps of those, but you know the plan. You know the plan. And you are very, very much capable. And Spirit knows that you will always make the right decisions. And that you will cut away anything negative. You will remove anything that's not in the best interest You are a very protective, loving, nurturing individual. And this is the reason it feels like you have a lot of things pulling on you, because you want to get it right. You take this responsibility seriously. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it's going to be fast-paced. This walking away or leaving something will happen quickly. There's something guiding you. And your inner truth, your inner light, your inner knowing is guiding you. Again, the plan is revealed. You're making the right decisions, I want to say. And the grief that you experience is just strictly connected to this change. Change can be scary for the human. Walking away from all the things that you've known, because the idea of the Eight of Cups is not that these 8 cups are bad for you. It's they once were everything to you. They provided to you. They were your sustenance. They were your, but the idea is to keep like it's time to leave that behind. So you may be leaving a location that you've lived at for a long time. You may be leaving in a home environment that you've lived in a long time. You may be leaving work environments, or they had something they took away, like communities, you know what I mean? Like just neighborhoods. And it's like, it was a comfort for you. And so there's this sense of, I want to do right. I want to make all the right decisions. I want to make the ones that has the best interest of all involved, including myself. And there's just this sense of, there's a swiftness to it. There's a lack of hesitation. They want you to not hesitate just because you experience some sense of any goodbye. Especially if something was something so beautiful for you at one point. Any kind of goodbye. Work, a house, a particular neighborhood, a particular community, whatever it is, when you walk away from that into the unknown, into a major change, you will experience, you're saying goodbye to an aspect of yourself, of a place that was heavily infused in your identity. And it's okay to feel a bit of grief. It doesn't mean you're moving in the wrong direction. Okay? All right. So that being said, what about this revealing this weekend? Like, what more? I mean, this is pretty big in and of itself, but what more do you want to say on this weekend specifically? Because this does feel like, and I will say I had started a reading before, but it got cut real fast, real quick. I had already hacked, I've done pretty good this time. I had started the past reading where I saw a blue jay outside. The only bird I could see outside. Like I'm like, where's all the birds? And he was like quickly going from branch to branch to branch to branch to branch to branch to branch. He didn't rest much on each one. And he was just making his way up. And it was kind of like step, 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 like one step after the other happening in rapid succession. With it, but it was very precise too. You know what I mean? He was like here, 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 here. And I was like, okay. And I think that that's what's going to happen. That when something kicks off, it's going to be one step in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. All the steps are going to be revealed. You're going to know. I feel like it's like you have excuses when you have information missing to be hesitant, to not make moves. But when you finally have all that you need in front of you, that's when the reality of everything really hits, right? That's walking the talk. That's when follow through is required. And that's when I want to say, when the foot hits the pavement, you know what I mean? Like that's when everything becomes very real. So you're going to be getting information this weekend. Something greater as a part of a plan is going to be revealed. And I want to say the whole plan is everything comes into alignment and makes sense. So whatever's been missing comes to your reality. And it has everything with your forward movement into a new environment, into a new place. It could be anything from travel to moving to some type of environmental change, okay? Job, all of that kind of stuff. They want Azathoth Tarot. And they want me to mention with the Six of Cups, happiness is on the horizon. Despite this feeling of what I want to say is going to be brief grief and saying goodbye. Pardon me. Yeah, something's going to break through this weekend. Something that you have felt a failure at, like you couldn't make happen. Again, it was an aspect that was missing. It was something that was missing. You couldn't make any kind of moves. You couldn't figure it out, and it comes through because Seven of Pentacles really talks about breaking ground. Okay, can we get any more details? Ooh, success. So Six of Pentacles talks about receiving the thing that you've needed, which I want to say you're informed on, but there's something very tangible about when this plan comes to fruition or comes to full understanding and fully revealed, whatever is in the books for you is what I want to say. When I say plan, it's more like a destined plan, like what's really meant to happen for you that's been kind of like not fully aware to you. You get actual information, but there's something tangible that comes along with it. Six of Pentacles does talk about success. It does talk about receiving, and it also talks about resources, help, support, the means of something. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, which is, in this deck is called Power. It is giving you the stability and the foundation from which to move. Like it brings things back into balance within your reality, is what I want to say. So you may have been waiting for something to come your direction, waiting for something to, it feels like information and something tangible, like maybe interconnected with one another, okay? But it gives you the ability to do something. So either without this information or without this tangible resource, you couldn't know exactly how to move. Is it coming in this weekend, or is just the plan or the understanding of it being revealed this weekend? What most specifically is related to this weekend? Seven of Pentacles also would represent to me the initial breakthrough. So we are talking about something that's sequential. It feels like it starts this weekend. The pop off is this weekend. Thank you, Spirit. But it's not something that's a one and done, starts and ends, a one-time event. It feels more like a process. And then we have the Four of Wands. This is a milestone. Temperance. It puts everything into balance and turns things in your favor. Wheel of Fortune. Things start to move. Things start to happen for you. Okay. What is the information that's going to be coming through? Are you willing to share? I know it's related to the plan. Oh, I swear to God. It's guidance as a part of the plan, the Hierophant. The Star and the Hierophant. The star card is like, again, it is the following the North Star home. It is getting divine guidance for something. But it's something that can be used in this reality, because, you know, she has one foot in the water, one foot on land, firmly in the etheric and the spiritual, and firmly of this world. It's guidance. It's a wish that can be used. I think that's the reason why they're like, it's information, but it's tangible, because it's something that can be used to your benefit in this reality. Okay? And then the Hierophant is so that for the purpose of creating what you know, what the plan is, and bringing it into your reality. It's one thing to have something as destined, as a concept, as a creation, and then manifesting it into your day-to-day life. And that's what the Hierophant represents. So it's something concrete that allows that. The Emperor and the Ten of Wands. Hold on. It's moving beyond this blockage. So Three of Cups, a reason to celebrate. It's moving beyond the blockage. I'm going to leave it there, because they are intentionally being very broad with this. There are so many situations and circumstances that could happen. It gets so fucking nuanced. If I get any more detail, then certain people are going to think it's not for them, because it almost gets too detailed. And so, like, we'll have to start going into individual stories, and that's not where we want to go with this. Just know that the information, the thing that's been hidden from you, or that's been out of sight, that you've not been able to tap into, is going to be revealed. So something that's hidden is coming to light. It is information wrapped with something tangible that allows you to move forward. And Spirit wants you to have faith in this process. While it feels like a great responsibility and that there's a lot pulling on your energy, it is the right move. And that any resistance that you feel is just, pay homage to it. Pay homage to whatever situation or circumstance you must now walk away from in order to go towards your wish fulfillment. Just know, just pay homage to it, because it obviously, it was beneficial in some way, some capacity. It was for you at some point. And it is a natural state to want to feel that grief as you walk away and make this change. But it is also okay to move forward uninhibited. You know this is for you. Any resistance that you feel or any grief that you feel come up, it's just an acknowledgement of the role that whatever it was played in your life. And just pay homage to the fact that it brought you to this place where you now get to move on. So I hope this message reaches who it's meant for. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, and I will see you in the next read.